My name is Sarah. This is Abel Fossil. We are both the 2025 WIDA Fellows, and we are interviewing Catherine Thomas for her short course at the WODCon conference in San Diego. So, can you share a bit about your background and experience with like the dredging organization and with WIDA in particular?
So I am new to the dredging sector. I joined my firm in 2017. And before that, I flew helicopters for the Navy. And between helicopters for the Navy and joining a firm that does large and helps in the large navigation projects, I started a nonprofit that was able to scale across the state of Florida. So when I came into the WIDA arena, if you will, it was through Robert Ramsdell, who is an asset. He taught me a lot, as well as Don Hayes. And I was really excited to add value to an organization that was bringing the leaders of the dredging industry to single places, through the chapter meetings and then also through the larger organization. During my time at WIDA, I was actually the one that started and was part of the group that started the fellowship program. So I'm excited to be here with the fourth or third cohort of fellows, which is really exciting. I started Women at WIDA, which was an organization inside WIDA that brought women together. Because the first WIDA meeting I went to, there was very few women in attendance. And I thought, gosh, I really need to make more female friends in this industry, because we do bring diversity and we do bring exciting lived experiences. I also started the webinar series. So that was a monthly thing that happened during what my tenure as the Education Commission chair. And then I started the scholarship program. So I was really trying to bring a little bit more diversity to those who attended the meetings, both for the short-term impact, but also the longevity of the organization, because we want to make sure that WIDA stays around for years to come, because it is an important educational resource to the dredging industry, both for federal, both for private, and then both for the consulting and contractors and vendors. So it's a way we all can come together, educate each other, and become better because of the different ideas and lived experiences.
Can you share a little bit about like what the key topics are that will be covered in your course at WODCon?
So during my time at WIDA and on the Education Commission, and then as the chair of the Education Commission, there was a concern that a lot of our 5-year in the industry to 10-year in the industry had a lot of scientific and engineering knowledge, but definitely didn't have that backing of leadership sort of training or information. And so some individuals were being thrown into potentially leadership roles who didn't necessarily have the skills to actually lead people and to accomplish the mission. And so the point of this one day sort of breakout short course is to ensure we as leaders in the dredging industry are passing on the information that we have received that have made us either, really great engineers or really great project managers or potentially better leaders. And then sharing that with so not entry level, right? So like mid-level, 5 to 10 years in industry, just to give people a little bit of skills that maybe they haven't been working on, right? Because there's a lot of great engineers, there's a lot of great dredgers, there's a lot of great scientists, but are they flexing or working their leadership muscles? And so this program is designed for that 5 to 10 year individual who wants to maintain in the dredging industry and wants to become a leader. And so it'll be focused on a lot of the leadership training literature that I've been wonderfully exposed to, if you will, and then passing on that knowledge. It will be sort of defined by the group that attends. So I can't necessarily say for sure the topics that will be covered, because there will be a survey that goes out to everybody before. So everyone kind of comes a little bit more prepared to the seminar. And then what's really great about these type of forums, if you will, is that these will become sort of a cohort, right? And so you can kind of go back and you'll get to know the people in your class, and then you'll be able to sort of ask them for resources or ask them for help, because there'll be that connection and that accountability within the group.
That sounds great. Yeah. So you sort of touched on this already, but who would be your like intended like audience, or like who would be kind of the person that you would be focused on like educating?
So the intended audience for the short course is for individuals who are about 5 to 10 years into their profession, who intend to stay in the industry, and who want to work on or hone their leadership skills. Anybody can attend, but that's really the focus. I think there are some people who are 10 to 15 years in who maybe want to get some reminders of how to be a great leader, how to delegate, how to ensure that they're, ensuring that they're active listening and they're leading with intention. But again, like I said, it's really geared toward that 5 to 10 year individual who wants to maintain in the industry and who's just looking for potentially some skills outside of the normal engineering or scientific ones that they're flexing every day, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that sounds great. Do you have anything else that you would like to touch on with your course?
The main goal of this is to ensure that all the skills that I've been able to gain and the education I've been given very freely, that I'm passing it forward. I think I'm making a class that I would have wanted to take when I entered the industry with 5 to 10 years, to feel more confident in my own leadership so that when I'm stepping into a space, I know that I have the skills and I'm not concerned about how I'm showing up. When I have a seat at the table, I know that it is an honor to sit there, but really, how can I add value to the group that I'm joining, as opposed to waiting and trying to figure out, knowing that I can add value is really important. So
Catherine Thomas's course is called Leadership Mastery for Mid-Level Professionals, Effective Delegation, Stress Management, and Feedback Reception. It is on Wednesday, June 25th for WODCon, and it is $400, but provides you 8 hours of professional development hours.